everybody finished checking in. Right now, I am inside of the garage at the headquarters, and I was up making some coffee, and I was just thinking about the power of welders, what we can do as a welder. And I have had many people ask me different things about what we can do, working on jobs, traveling, building products, um, repairing things, fabricating things, engineering things to work for others, teaching classes. The list is very, very long. But one thing that I love about welding is that a welder can engineer a product. You can fabricate your own product. You can weld your own product. And then you can resell your product. That's the power of it. Like, I think it's very important to realize that, because coming into 2021, for you to have the power to literally control your business. So you want to have business investments, and then you want to have a business where you can control. And if you can control the engineering, the fabrication, the welding, and the reselling of the product, that puts you in a position where you are an asset, an essential part of society. Just think about it, especially if you have a product or a service that you are providing that is literally helping someone else's business, helping someone else's life, helping someone else gain their independence. I mean, the list can go on and on. But I think the goal is to find your niche and to find what you want. I have had different welders, inbox me, ask me different questions on machines, different questions on gear, different questions on logos and how to word their business. And, a lot of things you have to just do your own homework. You have to find your own groove, your own style, your own finesse. And then you just, go with it. As a welder, you can add different things to your portfolio. Like, I'm a welder, ironworker, millwright, and I got my harness sitting up here. So when I do ironworking, or if I'm, having to be in a lift and I need to make sure I'm good and safe, it all depends on what you're doing. But I think it's very, very good to utilize welding. And the power of welding is, to me, I think it is overshadowed. I think it's belittled by those who sit in the office. And a lot of times the welders, those that get a little dirty, sometimes makes way more money than those that's in the office. But we tend to be overshadowed and overlooked and talked about because we get our hands dirty, we have a physical trade. But the power of a welder, what you can do, man, what you can do. I'm building a business. I have built a business, and I'm building a business off of welding. And everybody, like I say, everybody is different. What you do, just find what you do. If you're a structural welder, if you're a pipe welder, if you're just an engineer, you just want to stick into teaching. Me personally, I like to be a combination. I'm a combination of welder. When I got into welding, I got into it while I was in prison. I was 16 years old when I went to prison. I was 26 years old when I got out of prison. So I had a lot of time to critique what I wanted to do and really learn. So by the time I got out, I had a career and not just a job. I got out as a combination of welder. I could TIG, MIG, stick in 4 positions when I got out, on aluminum, stainless, and steel. So I was able to learn a few things that kept me a paycheck, and I was just buying things with it, living vain with it. I didn't really know where I wanted to go, but I was making good money doing this job or that job or traveling here or doing that. But I really just didn't know what I wanted to do with it individually, And when you're traveling in life and you're trying to find yourself, sometimes you'll burn out and you'll be like, you know what, this ain't for me. I'm only going to reach this certain level. I'm never going to make this amount of money due to me being a felon, due to me being an African American that's cultured. And I had just had strikes against me. So I was like, you know what, I'm done with welding. I'm going to do something else. And then I realized the power of it later, that I could build my own products. I could provide my own services. I could help my own community. I could teach my own people. And then it just hit me, and I was like, you know what? This was one of the best things that I learned, because not only did I have the passion to do it, but now I have the education. Now I have the know-how. Now I got my hands dirty. I failed. I stumbled. I made some bad mistakes. I did some things that I shouldn't have did, that I had to learn about in business. I had to, bite my tongue. I had to walk away from some deals. So a lot of the things that I know now, I'm just sharing my experiences, because I know as a welder, learning welding, it's just so much you can do. There's so much flexibility. You don't even have to stay in it to have a business in it, to prosper from it, from welding supply stores, from selling equipment. Like I say, there's so much you can do, from selling equipment, that organized equipment, stationary stuff. It's so much you can do, man. So I just want you to just keep your options open. It's 2021, and I just feel like as a welder, you have great opportunities. There's nothing you can do. Your imagination is your limitation, literally. What do you want to do? That's up to you. If you don't like to get burnt, you can TIG weld. You want to do pipe and stay in factories, you can do that. If you want to do field welding, you can do that. If you want to just do shop, you can do that. If you just want to build your own art pieces and toys or structures or whatever you want to do, there's no limit to what you can want to do. Everything is based on your desire and on you putting the work in. You get what you pay for, and then that comes to what you're grinding for. If you put in the work, you're going to get it. You're going to get it, man. Some things you're going to get frustrated. Don't get me wrong. I get frustrated. It seems like, there's a old saying that said, after you have done all, stand. Sometimes all you can do is put your all in. And after you put your all in, standing is sometimes can be the hardest part. After you built the product and you got everything, now you're trying to network the product. But then, you know what? I learned that if you do everything in the beginning, like for instance, if while you're building the product and you're advertising how you're building the product and you're showing the process of the product, you're killing a few birds in one stone with your product, because now you're getting anticipation built up. You're showing people what you're doing. They actually see you're doing it. They seeing the process. They seeing the growth and the development over it. And then you'll be able to say, hey, I got it going. And now they said, man, I've been waiting on it. I've been watching it. You see what I'm saying? So there's so much you can do. But you have to do it. You have to be the one to do it. And don't worry about how you see certain things done in a professional way. Do it how you do it, and learn as you go. You'll get better. Just like doing video, just like speaking, just like talking, just like doing welding itself. Your bead gets better as you run them. The more beads you run, the better you get. And that's just what it is, So find your zone. Find your groove, where you at, where you want to be at, where you see yourself at, and go with it, man. Because your limit, man, your future has no limits as a welder. You don't have to just stay in one position. You don't have to have a high school diploma. You don't have to go in debt. You don't have to have a GED. You don't even have to learn how to read to be a welder. Now, there's certain things you're going to have to know. But if you know the basics, there's so much you can do. I have helped people that had that problem, with reading. They still was great welders. They learned. A lot of people are hands-on. Some people are hands-on. It is what it is. Whatever your talent is, utilize it. And just add that welding to it, man, because I think that don't overshadow something that might start off small, but that could end up great. You can end up doing great things and big things and great things for others and for yourself. So I just wanted to come to you today and just say, welding is something that we can use to really empower our lives. So if you're thinking about welding and you're in an environment or in a community where you can get the welding, if it's for free or if you have to pay for it for a fee or if you have to get your own independent training, you should think about it. I think that's a valuable thing coming into 2021. So before I let y'all go, check out my website, www.HogOn2017.com, www.HogOn2017.com. I have a few different things on there showing you what I'm doing independently as a welder, showing you some of my merch, some of my products, my services. And also on Amazon Prime, you can go in and put in HogOn Welding, t-shirts, hoodies, sweaters, pop sockets, phone cases. I have a few different things, and this is on Amazon Prime. So for those who shop on Amazon Prime, you can go there also and shop on some of my products. And I thank you ahead of time for those who shop with us. And like I say, there's so much you can do. And my goal is to lead by example. I got a book coming soon this year. Also got a video blog book where I sat down and kind of just gave you more of a backlog of who I was and where I come from and my rise. And it's called The Rise of HogOn, the story of Black Feniks. You should check it out. It's on my YouTube page. Like I say, I'm trying to do some different things as an independent welder as far as teaching, as far as building my independent welding school to teach people how to gain their independence and to build products and to build other people's businesses. You know, I want to help build people's businesses out of shipping containers. So, you know, my goal is to do things outside of the box, literally, by using the box. So as a welder, I think that what we can do is limitless as long as we stay focused, as long as we put forth the effort. There's no limit to what we can do. So just remember that your limitation is your imagination. Check out the website, www.hogonwelding.com, and check out upcoming soon, gonna lock it in, HogOn.podcast.com. That's HogOnPodcast.com. That's coming soon. So hopefully we'll have that off the ground, hopefully within the next few months, getting everything together. But there's nothing you can do with your skills. So remember that. Utilize your welding skills to build your future. HogOn.